Okay, now I'm
Yes,
starting
ma'am.
with introduction to economics. Okay, now economics, we already discussed, economics is not only money, economics is not only wealth, economics is not only finance, economics is not only money. It's all together. Okay, it is basically the problem of economy. What is the problem of economy? We have unlimited wants. Yes, our wants
Yes.
are never
Yes, ma'am.
satisfied, but we
Yes,
have
ma'am.
Yes,
limited
ma'am.
resources for it. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
and each resource has multiple uses. Okay, I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
For example, fuel, petrol, right?
Yes.
Fuel can be used for your vehicle. It
Yes,
can
ma'am.
be used in houses also, right?
Making
It
food,
can
ma'am.
be, yes, it is used in chemical industries also. Okay, so
Yes,
it has
ma'am.
multiple
Yes, ma'am.
uses, but fuel as such is limited for us. Okay,
Yes,
even if
ma'am.
we take suppose wood, wood also has multiple uses. It can use doors and make doors and windows. You can make paper with it. You can make house with it. You can use it for burning as fuel, right? It also has multiple uses, but they are also limited. So all these resources that we have available, whether it is a free gift of nature to us or whether we produce it in the form of machines and tools, we have limited resources, but human wants are unlimited. Okay, if one want is satisfied, he wants something else. Okay, so the problem
Yes,
of
ma'am.
economy is how to use these limited resources in the most efficient way which can satisfy maximum of our wants. Okay, and this is what economics teaches us. Is it clear to you? So the
Yes, ma'am.
main
Yes,
points
ma'am.
here is we have limited resources, right? We have
Yes.
unlimited wants, and these needs to
Okay.
be satisfied. Just come.
Nine.
Okay, so this is a problem which is known as the problem of economy, and this is what economics teaches us. Okay, now economics is taken from a Greek word, right? The first word was oikos, which meant household, and nomos, this means management. Okay, so basically economics
Household.
means management of household.
House.
Okay,
House.
in your household also you have limited resources. Your
Yes,
parents have
ma'am.
a limited
Yes, ma'am.
salary, yes, and with
Yes.
that limited resource you have to satisfy all the unlimited wants. They have to satisfy their own they have to pay the bills, they have to buy stuff for the kitchen, all grocery, all whatever stuff is required, they have to pay your fees also with that, right? And they have to satisfy all the things that you
Me.
want. Okay, so they have limited resources, but with that, and once you are satisfied, if you are suppose you want something to eat, what do you like? Oreo biscuit,
Maggie.
right? Maggie, Oreo biscuits. Once you have had
Yes.
it, you want some other brand for it. Okay, so your wants are unlimited. They are never completely satisfied. If one is satisfied, another one crops us, but your resources are limited. Okay, so this is the
Yes, ma'am.
economic problem. This is known as economic problem. What is
Economic
the
problem.
economic problem?
Economic.
It is to satisfy unlimited wants through limited resources. Okay,
Ma'am, economic, like this can be considered as scarcity.
this is scarcity. Yes, in other words, this is known as scarcity. Okay, scarcity of resources to satisfy unlimited wants. Okay, so we have economics, we have derived from a Greek word in which oikos means household and nomos means management. So basically economics is management of a household. Okay,
Household.
economics is known as a queen of social sciences. What do you study in social sciences?
About history past.
About history
It's
and geography.
basically, social
History.
sciences basically studies individual behavior, right? Whether it is
Yes, ma'am.
in relation to the society or relation to his people around him, whatever, it studies human behavior. Okay, so economics is considered as queen of social sciences. It studies economic behavior of individuals and organization in society, which is engaged in production, distribution, and consumption of goods and services. Okay, So what are the things that
Yes,
economics
ma'am.
studies? It studies the distribution, production, and consumption of goods
Consumption.
and services which satisfy our unlimited wants. Okay,
Wants.
you
Yes, ma'am.
if you are you people writing down this?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Now, different points of time, people have given different definitions for it. Okay, we will study all these definitions from the starting when we started a comprehensive study of economics as economics. Okay, to the modern definitions. Okay, so the different definitions given were, first was the wealth definition, second is material welfare definition, third is scarcity definition, and fourth is growth definition. Okay, we will study these in definitions individually, what were the main characteristics of these definitions, and then finally we will arrive at economics as we study it today. Okay, so we'll start
Okay,
with the
miss.
first definition, that is the wealth definition. Okay, this definition, now write down this definition was given by Adam Smith. Okay, and he gave this definition in his book An Inquiry into the Nature and Causes of Wealth of Nations. This book was published in 1776. Okay, it is written here on the PPT. An Inquiry into the Nature and Causes of Wealth of Nations. This can easily become a 1-mark question. Okay, name the
Okay,
book
ma'am.
written by Adam Smith. Now, Adam Smith, he was the first person to put economic ideas in a systematic way. Okay, he had written it down in a systematic way, and that is why he is also known as father of modern economics. Okay, so here you have a second question: who is the father of modern? Who is considered the father of modern economics? It is Adam Smith. Okay,
Adam
and
Adam
his
Smith.
book was published in 1776. Now, what was so great about this? He defined economics as science of wealth. That means he considered wealth as the center point of economics. Okay, wealth is the center of economics. What do people do? People try to increase their wealth. Okay, they work in their self-interest. They try to increase this wealth, and that was all that he discussed in his book. Okay, so his centralized idea was increase of wealth or wealth. That is why this is known as a wealth definition. Okay, he told in his book that economics studies, or it tells us how to make a nation wealthy. He considered that if a nation becomes healthy, its people will become happier. Okay, is it clear to all?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now, what is wealth?
Yes, ma'am.
According to him, wealth is consumable
Money.
goods and services. That is your gold, silver, land, buildings, everything. Okay. These are considered, they are consumable goods and services. He did not consider the free gift of nature, that is your sunshine, water, forest. All these are available to you as free gift of nature. Yes, but he did not consider that as wealth.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
He considered only the material goods as wealth. Okay, pay attention to this, because these are the small differences that you will have in all these definitions. Okay, so his
Ma'am.
book said, yes, who was this?
Ma'am, I'm Ronak.
Yes, Ronak. Ronak, your
Ma'am,
face
we have
can
to
be
write
seen.
this.
Yes,
Ma'am,
yes,
ma'am, we have to write these definitions.
yes, you have to write these definitions and you have to learn these definitions, and you will have to
Ma'am,
learn the difference.
Ma'am, can you put first slide?
First slide.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, we have to write this all now.
Yes, that is why I'm going very slow.
Don't
You
have to write
have
the
to
entire
write. You
thing.
don't have books. I'm trying to arrange book for you, so I will give you a printed version of it. But Before I
Ma'am,
get the book,
after
you will have to write it.
Ma'am, after
Okay.
this, you can also send the PDF of this on WebGenius.
I will send the PDF of this on WebGenius. If I cannot manage the book, I'll send. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, you can do take 2 seconds slide.
Second slide.
Thank you. Ma'am.
Okay, so this is clear, right?
Yes.
Now, in this definition, when he is giving the wealth definition, he does not consider money as part of wealth. Okay, because according to him, money is only a medium of exchange for goods and services. Okay, goods, so you understand, consumable goods. What are services?
Trading things.
Trading.
Traveling. Yeah, ma'am.
No.
No, what are services?
Ma'am, how the goods are transported?
No.
Barter system.
Services, no. Services are those, what do you say? It's the people who give, like doctors and lawyers, they give their services. Yes? And when they give their services, they get money in return. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
That is the meaning of
drivers?
services. Yes. Whoever person is giving his services in return of money is considered services in economics. Okay? Those people who do charitable work, social service, they are not expecting any monetary benefit out of it. That is not considered services in economics. Okay? Whenever you are considering economics, any goods and services as part of economics, you will always see what monetary benefit you are getting out of it. Okay? It should always be calculated in terms of money. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So money was not a part of Adam Smith's definition. Okay. He considered money only as a medium of exchange for goods and services and not a part of his wealth definition. Okay. So what are the main features that we got out of this definition?
Services,
Services and wealth.
nature and causes.
First thing we got is that he studied only the nature of wealth.
Materials.
Okay, wealth.
Nature.
Material is second. First, he studies only wealth. Wealth is a central point. See, wealth, increase of wealth, accumulation of wealth is what is the end of economic activity. Okay, he studies nature of wealth and causes that increase this wealth. Economics is only a study of nature of wealth and what causes this increase. Okay, and to increase this wealth, you have to increase, according to him, you have to increase the production of material goods. Okay, your buildings, your infrastructure, your whatever production in the terms of material good, table, chairs, whatever material goods, you have to increase machines. Okay, big industries. He considered that as wealth of a nation. Okay, and according to him, this wealth should be increased. Okay, second is it is only a study of material goods. That means those goods which you can touch, see. Okay, they are material goods. Non-material goods which are free to you, that is sunshine, water and other services of nature, he did not consider that as part of economics. Okay, is it clear to you?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Then his third point was economic man. He laid emphasis on economic man. Now, who is this economic man? It is that man who is motivated by self-interest. Okay, whatever activities he does is for his self-interest, for his satisfaction of his unlimited wants. Understood? There was no charity involved. I told you before also, charity is not considered as economic activity. Okay, the main features are clear. What are the three main features? Study of wealth.
Study of wealth.
It is study
material
of
goods.
material goods, and
Economic
it studies the economic man. Economic man is that man who is motivated by self-interest. Okay, who does everything, all activities for his self-interest only. So according to his definition, wealth was the end of it. It was in the center of economy. Everything that man did was to increase his wealth. Okay, human welfare was at the periphery. It was not considered in his definition. Okay, he thought, or he emphasized that if the wealth of nation can be increased, that will make the man happier. Okay, this definition is clear to all.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Shall we go ahead to the next definition?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now next definition is our welfare definition. Okay, this was given by Alfred Marshall in his book Principles of Economics, which was published in 1890. Okay, written down.
No, ma'am. Wait.
He is the main person, right? There were other economics also who were followers of Alfred Marshall, but because he was the main person, we consider this as welfare definition given by Marshall. Okay, the economists who were there with him during this time also supported this definition. Okay, now his definition gave more importance to human welfare. He kept human welfare in the middle of all economic activities. According to him, human welfare should be the end of economic activities. Okay, material goods was considered at the periphery, like you can see in this diagram. Okay, so human welfare is the end of whatever economic activity you are doing. Okay, so according to him, wealth is only a means to satisfy human wants, and it cannot be an end in itself. Okay, so what he gave as definition was a study of mankind in the ordinary business of life. It examines that part of individual and social actions which are most closely connected with the attainment and use of material requisites of well-being. Okay, now definitions, I cannot help you. You have to learn it word to word. Okay, if definition is asked as given by Alfred Marshall, you will give the definition first. Okay, it is a study of mankind in the ordinary business of life. It examines that part of individual and social actions which is most closely connected with the attainment and use of material requisites of well-being. Okay, now in this he studies man. He does not study wealth. He studies what?
Man.
Man. So it is a little different from what the definition was given by Adam Smith. Okay, so his contemporaries like Pigou and William Beveridge, they all also supported this definition. So now what were the main features of this definition? First feature is it's a study of mankind. Okay, his definition, or according to him, economics studies the role of man in creation of wealth. Okay, it studies his economic activities which increases his welfare. Internet connection. Okay, everybody can hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes. Okay, so it is a study of mankind, the role of mankind in creation of wealth. Okay, then he studies man in ordinary business of life, right? He studies the ordinary man, not an extraordinary man. Who will be an extraordinary man?
Who is rich in wealth?
Very rich,
Yes, ma'am.
extremely rich, or who is a saint, who is not interested in any economic activity. Okay, he does
Very
not
rich.
study. He does not study a man like this. According to
Yes,
him,
ma'am.
economics is a study of ordinary man. Okay, ordinary business of life. Okay, whose main goal is he earns and he spends that wealth to get maximum satisfaction. Okay, to satisfy
Yes.
all his wants, he earns and then he spends. Right?
Yes.
Then third is study of material welfare. Now in this, wealth is not the fundamental motive, right? That is not the end of economic activity, but it is human welfare. Okay, money and wealth, both he considered simply as a means to achieve human welfare. What did Adam Smith say? He said money is a medium of exchange for attainment of wealth. Okay.
Service.
Alfred Marshall said money and wealth both are means to achieve human welfare. Did you get the difference?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So, motive behind all economic activities is material welfare. He is also specifying material only, but material welfare for human welfare. Okay, satisfaction of all his wants. Okay, are you clear with this definition?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I will left with 10 more minutes. Okay, let's revise these concepts once again, and then I'll go to the third one.
Yes, ma'am.
Just wait a second. Okay. So first we learned what is economics all about. Economics was derived from Greek word
Greek word oikos nomos.
oikos and nomos. Oikos meant household and nomos means management. So economics is basically management of household. Okay.
Mental house.
And the economic problem that we study is satisfaction of
Satisfy
unlimited wants
unlimited
Satisfaction
wants
through
from limited resources.
resources. Okay.
Limited resources. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Economics is considered as queen of social sciences because it studies economic behavior of individuals and organizations which are engaged in production, distribution, and consumption of goods and
Consumption of
services.
goods, services.
Okay. Now, various economists gave various definitions at various points of time. Okay, we will be studying 4 main definitions which were given by economists and finally arrive at the definition that we use today. Okay, so these definitions were wealth, material, scarcity, and growth definition. Okay, wealth definition was given by Adam Smith. He is also considered. He is also considered.
Nature and causes.
Yes, he is also considered as the father of modern economics.
Modern economics.
And
Modern economy.
yes, then material welfare definition was given by Alfred Marshall.
Alfred Marshall.
Okay, scarcity definition. Basically, we study about the definition given by Lionel Robbins. Okay, and growth definition we will study about Samuelson. Okay. Now, the first definition, that is your wealth definition, given by Adam Smith, was given in his book, An Inquiry into the Nature and Causes of Wealth of Nations. Okay, in 1776, he defined economics as a science of wealth. In his definition, wealth was considered as the most important thing, reason behind all the economic activities of man, right? The one word that he coined was economic man. Economic man is that man who works for his self-interest. Okay?
Self-interest.
And his main motive is to increase his wealth, to increase his happiness. Okay? Right?
Yes.
And
Yes, ma'am.
economics, according to Smith, should tell us how to make a nation wealthy. Okay?
Wealthy.
Then we have money was not considered as part of wealth because he considered money only as a medium of exchange for goods and services. Okay. His main features, the main features of this definition was study of wealth. It is a study of wealth. Okay. It is a study of material goods only. The non-material goods were not considered in this definition. And it talks about economic man. Economic man is that man who is motivated by self-interest. Okay. So wealth is considered the end of economic activities. It is the center of economics. Okay. And human welfare was at the periphery. Clear? Second was a welfare definition which was given by Professor Alfred Marshall in his book Principles of Economics, published in 1880. Okay. He considered human welfare as an end and not wealth as an end. Okay? Wealth was only a means to satisfy human wants. Okay? And he studied the ordinary man. Who is an ordinary man? The most normal person, an individual,
I'm average person.
an average person. Yes, he
Average
did not
person.
study any extraordinary person. Okay, ordinary person who runs his life, ordinary business of life. Okay, day-to-day business of life. Now these two definitions are clear. Let's come to the third definition.
Ma'am, these are the features.
These are the features. Features are clear to all.
Yes.
Now we come to the third definition, that is the scarcity definition. Okay.
Scarcity.
This was given by Professor Robbins, Lionel Robbins, in his book, An Essay on the Nature and Significance of Economic Science. Okay, published in 1932. Written down?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. Now he defines economics as the science which studies human behavior as a relationship between ends and scarce means which have alternate uses. Okay, this means he studies those things, those resources which are scarce for us and they have alternate uses. Okay, so he studies how a human behaves, or on how he is able to make those decisions, what resource he wants to use for what. Okay, because he have 3, 4, 5, 6 uses for the same resources, so he has to prioritize his resources. He has to prioritize his wants. Okay, this is the first want that I want to satisfy, then followed by these. Okay, so he has to prioritize his wants. Okay, so according to Robbins, economic problem is the central idea. Okay, and what is this economic problem? That resources are scarce, they have alternate uses, humans have unlimited want, which becomes a economic problem for us. This is the economic problem, which is also known as a problem of choice. Okay, and this is what economics studies about. Okay, how a man is able to satisfy his unlimited want through these limited resources. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So let's see the features.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so today what are you going to, all of you have made your notebooks?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
You will write these in your notebooks. You will start, you have a habit of taking notes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
You have it taken.
Yes,
Okay, so
ma'am.
these notes will be written down in your notebook. Okay, as and when the school opens, I'm going to check it, and I will be giving you questions also with this. Okay, so you will
Okay,
write.
ma'am.
Okay, so you will write answers to this question. So for today, first question for you is, write down the first question.
1 second, ma'am.
Who is known as the father of economics?
She. Simple, ma'am.
Yes, write down the question. Who is known as the father of economics? And give the name of his book.
Ma'am, can you repeat?
Who is known as the father of economics?
No, ma'am, the second
name.
one.
Give the name. It is part of this question only. Give the name of his book.
Of his book.
Okay. Second question is
Adam Smith.
and
It's
the
a
book's
two
name I
question.
gave you. Second question is, give Adam Smith's definition of economics and explain it. It's a long question. Okay, one short question I've given you and one long question. Okay.
Ma'am, can you repeat it?
Give Adam Smith's definition of economics and explain it.
What, ma'am? Adam Smith's definition?
Of economics
definition of economics
and explain it.
and
Explain it. So you will give the main features of the economics. Okay, main features of his
Yes,
definitions. Okay.
Unlimited
Now we
was
started with written down both the questions. After you write down
Yes,
the
ma'am.
notes,
Yes, ma'am.
you will do these 2 questions and then start with the third definition. Okay, as given by
Okay, ma'am.
Yes.
Robbins. Okay, so now Robbins, he has given us a scarcity definition. Okay, now what were the main features of this definition? First thing I told you, we have unlimited wants. So
unlimited
we have to
wants.
prioritize these wants. Okay, most urgent want has to be first met, and then the less urgent one will come later. Okay, second feature of his definition was we have scarce means for this unlimited wants. Okay, our resources are limited. Our resources are limited, so that is why we have to prioritize our wants. Okay,
Once.
third is alternate uses of means. This means one resource have many uses. Okay, one resource can be used in different ways.
Yeah, ma'am.
Who is this speaking? When I am speaking, you have to be quiet. Okay. Alternate uses of means is number of uses for a resources. We have alternate uses for a single resources. Example, I have given you coal. Coal can be used in industries. Coal can be used as your household fuel also. Coal can be used in steam engines also. So it has alternate uses. So we have to prioritize where we have to use it. Okay. Efficient use of these scarce resources. Why efficient use of these scarce resources? Because we have unlimited want, right? So we need to prioritize it and use these resources, scarce resources, in such a way that they satisfy our maximum wants. Okay, we cannot satisfy all our wants. What we can try to do is we can use these resources to satisfy maximum of our wants. Okay,
Maximum one.
that is why it is written efficient use of scarce resources. Okay, and the fifth feature is science of choice. That means it gives you, you have to choose. It's a science of